How's it going, guys? Jace here, back with another deck tech today. We have a standard list, a black-white control list. This is a pretty sweet one with cards like a Beseech the Mirror to go and get what we want. So starting things off, we got 4 copies of the Hopeless Nightmare, 1 mana enchantment, make your opponent discard a card. They lose 2 life, then you can sacrifice it to scry 2, which is quite nice. And of course, we can bargain it, which is always really good. 1 copy Destroy Evil, great way to destroy enchantments and big creatures. 3 copies of Sunset Revelry. You get a bunch of life. Aggro decks hate this one. I do like it, and getting some tokens is always nice. Then we got 4 Go for the Throat, best removal spell in the format. Then we got 4 copies of Wedding Announcement. It makes a bunch of tokens, makes our creatures bigger, and on top of that, gets us some card draw as well. Kind of just rolls all into one. Then we have 1 copy of Liliana of the Veil, which is a nice little one of Planeswalker to grab with the Beseech the Mirror. We can always tick up, make them discard a card, make them sacrifice creatures, and just kind of ruin their day, really. Then we got a nice one of Path of Peril. This is great removal spell. Most people don't expect it. You can wipe out small creatures, and then that mid to late game just completely wreck the board, which is always quite nice to have. Then we got 1 copy of the Invasion of Eldraine, make them discard cards, which is really good, and then we can deal some damage to it, flip it, and then really punish our opponent. Then we've got 2 copies of Rankle's Prank, great removal spell, make your opponent discard cards, make them sacrifice creatures. We kind of don't really care about our creatures, so it's quite a nice one. Then 1 copy of Sheoldred the Apocalypse, we can grab it with the mirror. Really powerful. Then Sorin, another silver bully we can grab, which makes a bunch of vampire tokens, gives us card advantage, and can be a win condition. And then we've got 2 copies at the end, great removal spell, Exiles, which is key, creatures and planeswalkers, which I do really rate. And on top of that, it can remove all the other copies, which is very good. Then of course we've got the Beseech the Mirror. It's kind of a mirror control list, which I quite like. Then we got Edgar, Armed Groom, really good, nice one of, but then it's maybe the other. It's mainly the other side. We flip him, we get a bunch of tokens, which is quite nice. Then we got 2 copies of Ashiok, makes tokens, which is what we want, right? And on top of that, we get some nice card advantage. Oh, doesn't really come to it that often, but the +1 and the -2, very very strong. Then we got 2 copies of the Virtue of Persistence. I mean, it's just such a great removal spell, gives us a bit of life gain as well. And on top of that, you can run away with the game eventually with the enchantment side of it, bringing back creatures. And then 2 copies of Kaya. I really rate Kaya, really tough to remove. You can end the game quickly by just doing the +2. You can exile something, you can just draw a bunch of cards if you're in a really grindy matchup. Overall, this is a very good planeswalker. Not a lot of things can deal with it unless they have a way to attack it. You can't leyline bind in it, which is very very key. So I do really rate it in this deck. And of course the lands, we just got a bunch of black-white jewels. We've got the 4 creature lands to get in there, deal a bit of damage, gain a bit of life, and then we'll see the Empire to destroy creatures, and then we've got the Abandoned Mire to bring back some planeswalkers. That is the deck, guys. If you want to use the deck list will be in the description below. We're going to be playing some best of 1 standard games, so let's get into it. Putting going first, yeah, this seems fine. Having Kaya in my hand is not great, but fine. Mono red. Okay, another mono red. Play a tap land. It'll be rough. This isn't the greatest hand. Very similar to actually what I had previous. Alright, well, that's getting virtued. Be on the draw. Always on the draw against mono red. I'm never really on the play against mono red. And then whenever I play mono red, I'm always on the draw. I'm never on the play. It's so weird. Yep. Cool. Okay, well, I think here we'll just get him to discard a card, and then I'll pass. Okay, discard a squee. Oh, okay. A spear, sure. And then next turn, I'll just Rankle's Prank. Play Monstrous Rage or play with Fire. Buff up one of their dudes massively. There we go, Monstrous Rage. Yeah, I'm on 7. Make him sacrifice 2 creatures. I'm gonna make him discard 2 cards, which actually would have been okay as well, but actually should have. Yeah, should have. I don't really. This card is great, but it's just too much mana in this matchup. Okay. Too much mana. Very good draw though. Okay, over to your opponent. That was a really good draw. If my opponent goes all in on this creature strategy, he'll be doing really well there. Yep. Just deal with that now, so I don't have to deal with it later. Okay, another land. Over to your opponent. Actually, we'll just do this now. Definitely. Okay. Yeah. Go land on top, because then we can play Kaya. I mean, it might not matter, because they just might have another lightning strike. Okay. I'll have to block, because they might have a play of fire. Yep.
I'll see this through.
Yep.
It's what you deserve.
Still not out of the woods yet. Monstrous Rage. Lightning Strike. Okay, well, I'm on 3. Could have had that Kaya. But... Ooh, baby. I could go for a sneaky Sunset Revelry. Could I? We get rid of that, get Sunset Revelry, game for life, get 2 1/1s and draw cards. It's actually pretty good. There we go. There we go. I thought that's actually quite a good. That's quite a good Beseech there. Back up to 10. There we go. Ooh, that was a good one. Okay, going first. I'm gonna mulligan this. This is too expensive. It's quite an expensive hand. This is a bit better. I think I'll probably get rid of the invasion. I'm going first. Yeah. Yeah, we'll get rid of the invasion. If I had to get rid of anything, the rest seems pretty good. Okay, see what we're up against. We're against like mono red. We've got the Sunset Revelry, which is good. Ramp. This one can be quite tricky. I think I'm just going to cycle this. Oh, just cycle it. I don't think it's going to be very good in this matchup. Okay. Now, one thing I was thinking, I mean, Rankle's Prank can be pretty good, but if they were on the play, I think it'd be pretty good because I can just make them discard maybe like the last 2 cards in their hands. But that's not really the case. Okay, lands. We'll go with Wedding Announcement. I mean, this generates mana. Yeah, they've got 5 mana already. The end is, like, once they resolved Atraxa, the end is good, but they've already got the ton of value from Atraxa. So, it'll be quite tricky. Okay, well, they're ramping like crazy. Sure. Okay, attack, I'll block. Now. Cool. Another virtue. Not great. Get rid of this. Last turn. All I can do at the moment. Yeah, I've got a really good hand against like a creature-based deck, but not against. Basically, it's basically a ramp control list, isn't it? So pretty rough. Yep, and they've got a ton of cards in hands. Ripping land like a boss. I don't really do anything with my land. That's the only problem. Not like I got any creature lands I can get in there and deal some damage with. They're probably sitting here on you know, 2 copies of Leyline Binding or something. There it is. Okay. I mean, you get the value, but I ain't got to deal with it anymore. Okay, so they had one in hand, so that's good. So, yeah, they did have a Leyline Binding. They got Sunfall. Okay, they got removal. Well, that's all of the Atraxas. So they've got Herd Migration. Okay, so they're pretty much the classic ramp list. Nothing too spicy. All right. You get your advantage. Okay, so they got a lot of goodies. That's fine. That's alright. They got 2 Leyline Bindings in hand. Yeah, so that deals with my virtues. That is a good draw. Believe it or not, that's actually a pretty good draw. Get in there. Deal some damage. Yep. And pass turn. Yep. I mean, this is going to be ridiculously difficult for me to win. But, you know. Yep. Gonna deal 2 damage to this. Probably kill one of my tokens. Yep. Not looking good. Don't see how I can win it. I mean, just the angels alone are going to be difficult to deal with. Yep. Well, I'm going to Rankle's prank. Make him sacrifice these 2. Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep. Get rid of them, out of the way, don't have to deal with it. Nice. And yeah, that'll be it. I mean, they can play another one. I don't know how I can deal that one at the moment. Problem is, if I play a Virtue, they've got double Leyline Binding, so either of these Virtues aren't sticking around. It's a bit of a pain. Oh, okay, well. Now this is going to be really tough. Yep, that was a good draw. Okay, we'll kill one of those. And we'll play one of those. Yep. Yeah, I just concede. I don't see how I'm winning that. Okay, opponent going first. I like this hand. This is actually a really sweet hand. So yeah, it's not mono red again. Okay, okay, good. Taking on a basically probably a mono black aggro list. We've got a good amount of removal. Liliana on the draw is actually pretty good as well. Absolutely. So what do they get? They get a little 2/2 menace. Oh, fine. Friction Flesh Orja. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just going to Virtue it. Yep. Oh. I mean, I lose 1 life to kill it. I mean, absolutely. Oh, okay, that's a good one. That's a good one. Next turn, I'm just going to have to go for the throw it. Or the end it. I might the end it, to be honest. Yeah, we'll just pass. See what my opponent does. See what they do. Sheoldred. I think I don't really care about other Sheoldreds. I do care about other Gixes, so I'm just gonna get rid of this. Oh, well there you go, they had another one in their hand. Perfect. Right, let's have a quick look at their deck. Yeah, I mean, to me it looks okay. So yeah, it's basically an mono black aggro. Okay. Well, next turn I can go for throat, Lily, minus. And, happy days, really. I'll go for throat as well. Oh. I mean, you should read it for Lily. Absolutely fine. Basically means they discard a card. And I don't. So. Pretty good. Well, looking okay. It's looking okay. Got wedding announcement and Sheoldred was always good. Okay, that's fine. Always go for the throw that if need be. Ooh. That's sure. I don't really want to take Lily up. Why not? I've got such good cards in my hands. Let's play it safe. So land, go. Not land, win announcement, go. We've got to go for the throw up. Protect Lily if need be. That's fine. I'm glad they used it now. Perfect. Because I don't want them to kill my Ashiok. Ashiok's way better. Okay. I know what's in their deck. They don't have a way to deal with the tokens. Do I care about if it deals combat damage to me? If it has fewer than 4 counters on it, put a counter on it. Yeah, that's fine. Totally fine. Okay, now I'll kill it. I want to see if they play anything worthy, and they have, you know, apart from that, and they didn't. So I'll do that. I could strip that card out of the hand. I think that's really good play. Go for the throat. Perfect. There you go. And then I can play Sheoldred. Over to you. Looking good. Looking good. We've got Ashiok coming down next turn as well. Art down. That's absolutely fine. Sunset Revelry. Yeah, I don't really care about that. Alright. Ashiok's coming down. Make some tokens. They're going to get bigger because of the wedding announcement. Alright. They're the aggro deck. You know, we're getting that beatdown going. Witching things up. I don't see how they can come back from this. Alright, nice one. Opponent going first. Okay. I mean, if they're aggro, you know they're aggro. And, you know, I've got ways to counteract that, but... Need land, of course. Having a 7-drop is not great. Interesting. So... I mean, discard a card. Yeah. Yeah, I made discard a card. What do they get rid of? Okay, that doesn't really do much. Okay, I think that might be a nice good path. Path of Peril right there. I mean, well, they're two drops? Yeah, absolutely perfect. There we go, right. Who cares about ward? Nice. Clean, that was. Okay. So Lily. Make him lose that guy. Hey look, you know. Doing okay. Well, maybe not hitting land drops, but doing okay. Cool.
Fine. I'll take my zombies. I've always hated crowds.
Yep. Didn't even see what they got. Okay. Got a little creature out. I'll just go wedding announcement. I'm being honest, next turn. Okay. Oh, land. Oh, getting these wedding announcements out. Start getting them out. Okay. That can be quite annoying. I block the 4/4 just to save my face. I mind hitting lands, doing pretty well there. I think we're going to go Sunset Revelry and then Wedding Announcement. Which is making an army. An absolute army. Which is pretty good. And they're going to become 2/2s and then they're going to become 3/3s. So, looking good. Looking good. We've got Edgar as well. I mean, he's just a big guy. You know, transform and start making tokens, which is obviously really good as well. You know. Got to find a way to deal with this. Is it dragon? Worm. Got to find a way to deal with this worm. The Ginger Brute, I don't really care about too much. I mean, they can buff it very quickly and then give it, you know, whatever, but we'll draw a Beseech the Mirror or something like that. We'll just go and grab maybe like a Rankle's Prank or something. Yeah. Okay, more lands. I mean, hitting lands always good. Get Edgar down. Pass. There we go. Big creatures. Big creatures. I mean, they're getting a lot of card advantage, to be fair. Eight. That is huge. It doesn't have trample though. It has death touch. I mean, imagine if it had trample. This would be ridiculous. Alright. Land. So I could go Kaya. Exile this. I think that's probably going to be game, right? It'd be tough for them to get back from. Yeah, I think they know the writing's on the table.
Time for your spirit to move on.
I'm on 18. So let's just rumble. Let's just rumble. 9. There we go. Boom. I mean, don't get me wrong. Their deck's really cool. I like it, but I think it was just rough. The wedding announcer was just making these tokens to chump block the big worm. You know. Okay. GG. Okay, I'm going first. I need... not the greatest. Tricky. I don't really have anything, like, at all. I'm gonna mulligan. No, don't mulligan. No, I'm gonna keep. I'm gonna risk it. Why not? Let's just risk it. Let's just risk it. Okay, this isn't looking... This is not looking good. Okay, getting land though. That's fine. Slowly but surely. Okay, now it's a bit of a struggle. Although it's enchantment for Beseech, which is always good. Make my opponent discard a card's good. Make my opponent discard 2 cards is good. Zergo. Okay, I thought it was ramp, but no, it's not. Well, kind of is ramp, but... Yeah, I won't be able to do that. So, yeah, we'll just pass. Pass indeed. Wandering Emperor. Interesting. I just have to scry. I know I want to use this, but I've got to hit my lands. I can... I'll go there. Yeah, definitely want the land. Don't want the virtue. I've already got one. Okay. Land, go. Over to you, opponent. At least I got my white source and a land in general. Wandering Emperor. Yeah, it's going to be a pain. Yep.
We must protect the people.
Cool. Can hit it with the virtue. It's not a problem. Yep.
Guards, to me.
They're holding up quite clearly a ton of counter spells. So let's virtue one of these. Counter if you want. Oh, okay. Over to you. I mean, to be fair, not really Memory Deluge. Okay, yeah, definitely a full-blown control list. Not great hands, not great. I mean, the longer the game goes on, it might be okay for me because, you know, the land and the advantage disparity is not going to be as much, but Memory Deluge really helps them. In Cataxis. Not what I expected. Award 2. Well, that's not great because... okay. Well, do that guy. I have to deal with Jin Cataxis. I mean... if I don't, I just get absolutely wrecked. Okay, pass. Ooh. I mean, I'm getting punished for keeping the sketchy hands, but... is what is. That's pretty good for that. Make him discard more cards. Memory Delusion response. Okay. Could you imagine if I had a land? I go land, boom, get rid of the Wandering Emperor and all of their Wandering Emperors? Pretty sweet. Okay. Okay, down winning announcement. Okay, I expected ley line binding because they had one mana open earlier, but fine. It is what it is. Man, not hitting these land drops really hurt me though. I got so much stuff. Unlike normally, I got so much stuff to do with my mana as well. The Celestis go in as well. That's gonna be an absolute pain. Alright, let's play this. Let get countered. Got Sunset Revelry in the deck as well. Yeah, definitely. Devious Cover Up. Jeez, this is going to be a long game. Yep. I say a long game. I'm going to die to one of these. Yep. Where are my lands? Okay, let's fire this out. Yep. Okay, land and a Sunfall. Yeah, they don't need the Sunfall. Okay, yeah, we'll just concede. Alright, overall, this deck actually did pretty well. I like black-white control decks. I really do. I like control decks in general. This is kind of nice. It's got a little bit of a different angle to attack with the Beseech. You can have a lot of nice silver bullets here and there. Of course, you can change things around. We haven't got any Wandering Emperors, so you could add Wandering Emperor into this, because let's be honest, Wandering Emperor is very strong, gains life, makes tokens, can end the game on its own. So you could find a home, you know, you could maybe drop a copy of the end. If you want to, you can maybe get rid of Edgar and add in some copies of Wandering Emperor. And then the Eternal Wanderer is another great one you can add in, because not only is it a board sweeper, but it makes tokens to end the game as well, and can be quite tricky to deal with if you're trying to attack it with creatures. So there are so many different ways that you can build this deck and add things and swap things around, but I do think it's great fun. Definitely give it a try, guys. The deck list, of course, in the description below. If you watch more standard content, then make sure to click the video on the screen right now, because I have a ton of deck techs. Of course, we'll be covering Lost Caverns of Ixalan. But that is it from me, guys, in this video. Thank you all so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.